Alright guys, so let's step into Photoshop and let's do today's tutorial. Now today's tutorial is quite interesting, okay? Now you can see how I organized everything over here. I put all the images here and I put all the text over here. And even the images, I made sure the key speakers are over here and then the guest ones, are also over here. So maybe the ministers or something like that are also over here. And I just grouped it like that. And that is how I want to teach you how to do it. Okay, so let's go into Photoshop. Let's start with today's video. Click on create new, and then we are going to use this particular dimension. It's actually an A4 sheet, and so I am going to come to print, and then I'm going to look for A4 sheet, and then so this is the dimension is going to give me. I'm going to set here to exactly landscape, and then I'll click over here. Now I could set here to CMYK if I'm going to print it, but it's just for social media handles, right? And so and for screens, and so let's click on create like that, and we are going to have something like this. And then let me just reduce it. Okay, let's go to view, and then let's go over here, and then let's click over here, 11 here, 11 here, set it to 0.2525 across, and then click on OK. Now there is something very beautiful about this video I want to teach you how to do. I'm going to teach you how to make sure your text is almost like mine, looks beautiful and catchy. I'm also going to make sure that the color arrangement and combination is very good as well. And so please do not forward this video or skip this video. You are really going to learn a lot. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to start with my background, right? I always start with my background. What am I going to start with? Let me start with a solid color. I'll click over here. I'm going to set it to white, okay, because the main theme of the flyer is white. The next thing is I'm going to bring in let me use this one. I'm going to bring in this. Now there are certain backgrounds that work with white. Okay, one of the things is sometimes overlays, not overlays, come on, not overlays. Sometimes abstract, yeah, I wanted to use abstract. Why did I say overlay? I wanted to say abstract. Sometimes abstract white backgrounds also work, but I'm going to use this one. Okay, I'm going to give it a mask. Now remember, you can always come back and re-edit it if you want to. I'll make sure my caps lock is off so that I can see the tip of the brush. I'll go over here, set it soft round brush, and then reduce the size a little bit, and then make sure here is color black. All right, here opacity 100%, flow 100%, smoothing 100%. Click over here, guys. Remember here is color black, and then just click over here, just mask the edges. All right, so that for one is good, and then click over here, and then over here let's reduce it to 77%. Okay, now it blends in there nicely like that. I like it. We can always come back again, guys. Remember that. Let's put it in a group, and then let's call it. Now you wonder how I place it in the group. Let me show you how I did it. Select both of them, Control G. Now I have set my settings over here, so it works like that for me. But if you cannot do that, guys, you might select both of them, hold Control and click, or is it hold Shift? All right, hold Control and click over here. All right, it's going to work for you. I'm going to name it background. Now I also want to start with some images over here, the image over here. Remember, in my head, once I want to start a flyer, in my head I make sure I start with the arrangement and the organization, so that when I start it becomes quite easier. And so my arrangement is main speakers over here, ministers and supporting speakers over here. Okay, then the rest of the text is going to come over here. So you see how it's going to be. Even though I don't see the main details, at least I have the arrangement and then the composition in mind. So let's go here, and then this is the main speaker. I'm going to drag her in there, okay, and then I'm just going to start from here. Her head is going to hit the line over there. You can see that, and I'm going to drag it maybe somewhere here. Okay. Remember, we can always work on it. Okay, so I think this is good, and then I'll perhaps give it a mask, and then make sure my caps lock is off, and then you know how I maxed it. I just maxed down here as well. Okay, the next thing is I just want to pick another speaker again. Maybe I'll pick this particular speaker, drag it in there, and you know how we do it. You know how we do it, guys. You know how we do it. Okay, so I'm going to speed this one up so that you guys can pick something from it. Let me give this one also a mask as well. Now remember, I drag it beneath this particular one, okay, so that it goes behind it. Click on my brush to click over here, and then mask it again. Okay, and then maybe I'll drag another one again Let me see. I'm going to drag this one into Photoshop as well, and then resize it. Okay, now you want to make sure the size of their head are almost the same. Okay, that way the photo does not look too artificial. It looks quite realistic. A little realistic. You want it to look a little realistic, guys. You want it to look a little realistic. Okay, so something like this. I'm also going to give it a mask, and then clean it, okay, and then maybe drag him down a little bit. No, nice, 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 nice. So I like this so far, and then perhaps I'm also going to bring. Which particular lady should I bring? Let me bring this one. No, no, no. Let me bring this one. Drag her in there as well. Also the same thing, same formula, guys. Same formula. Nothing serious there. I'm going to drag this one underneath it because I want her to be in the background. The background. Drag her down a little bit, and then perhaps I would like to drag this one down also more so that this one comes down a little more. I want her head, you know, yeah, something like that. I don't want her head to be covered. Um, Let me give it a mask, even though I don't see anything showing there. Still want to mask it. Still want to mask it. Okay, and then let's bring in one more person. Which one should we bring? Let's bring this one. This Oyibo girl. Let's flip it horizontal. Let's see. That was it. Then let's resize it. I think the head is too big. Let's resize it until the head is quite proportionate or in sync with the rest. Okay. All right. And then I think this one, bring him down a little bit more. All right. Okay. So I think this is great. I like to put everything in a group, and I'll call it main PKs. All right. Let me drag it this way. Let me see whether I can see it well. I think I can see it well. Let me drag it like that. Let me drag it up. Okay, so I think this is good. It might not be look too good, but I think this is good. I think this is good. Okay, so now the next thing we are going to start with is the supporting ministers over here, and I'm going to use this, and then I'm going to maybe start somewhere here. I'm going to drag it like that. Okay, I'm going to drag it like that. Maybe it's too big. Maybe let's push it in there like that. Okay, now duplicate it and then drag it this way. Edit, duplicate it, drag it this way, duplicate it, drag it this way, duplicate it, drag it this way. All right, select all of them, and then let's just try. You gotta try, right? You just gotta try. Okay, so something like this. Let's bring our lines. You can see it over there, and then perhaps this image as well. I like the hands has crossed it. I don't want that to happen. I'm going to drag it this way, and then maybe drag it down a little bit, or even drag this ones up a little bit. Now there's also a reason why flyers look quite beautiful. It's because of the color combination. The color combination. I want to pick colors that are already in the. Please do not skip this video. Okay, listen to it very well. If you're a beginner or you want to learn something new, do want this color in there to be around here, everywhere. The colors have to be everywhere. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to double click this one, and I'm going to select this particular color 018979. Okay, now guess where this color is. I'm picking it from. I'm picking it from the head, the duku over there, or the headgear or whatever it is. I'm picking it from there. Okay, so you could double click it and then come and sample those colors over there and pick it. All right, so that's what I did. The next one is also 951F3C. Okay, guess where I picked it from? I picked it from her dress. The same thing. So or maybe her lips. You see how I'm doing it? It makes your colors stand out, and so that's what I'm going to do with the rest of the elements as well. D1987C. I think I picked this one from the dress of the lady as well, or a skin color. And then other one is 925659. This one perhaps picked it somewhere here also. And then this one is also 3 C4059. All right. Then this one, I'm sure I picked it from the tie in there somewhere. Okay, so you can see these colors blend with these ones. If you pick a color that is outside here, your flyer is going to look off. It's going to be beautiful, but people are going to realize something is off about this flyer. Okay, so let me put everything here in a group, and then I'm going to call it ministers. All right, and so let's start. Let's start with our images. Let's start with this one. Let's drag this one in there, and then somewhere here, and then let's resize it. Let's resize it. Let's drag it in there somewhere, and then open it, drag it to the latter part, right click it, and then create clipping mask. That's how you clip it to it. All right, so clip create clipping mask. All right, the next one is this. The next one, let's pick this lady. All right, so let's put it here, and then let's clip it to it like that. Okay, so you can see maybe the size of their head. Let me bring my lines, Control H. Okay, so let me bring this one here so that you understand what I'm trying to say. You want the size of their chin, upwards should be a little bit, the size should almost be the same. Let me bring this guy. This guy looks like Kilalomi. I don't know. The very wicked, security guard. If he's a security guard. Some of these stock images are very interesting. It's very interesting. Okay, so you see this one, the head hasn't reached here. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stretch it until it gets there, and then maybe I'm going to drag it down a little bit, and then now it looks realistic. Or maybe I would like to drag it up a little bit, bring my lines, and then drag it down a little bit, push it here. Also make sure your picture falls in the middle of the whole thing, and then come here, and then let's pick the next one as well. Let's pick this one, drag it in there, and then resize it also as usual. Drag it in there, and then right click it, create clipping mask. Then let's bring it somewhere here, bring our lines. We want the chin to touch there whilst we drag this one up a little bit. Okay, bring the chin down a little bit more. You can see the chin over there. I like it that way. And then let's go over here too. Let's bring what else? Let's bring this guy, drag him in there, and then let's see, right click, create clipping mask, and then drag him somewhere here. I feel like we should resize it. You know why? Because the chin, yep, this guy looks like is having fun, like it's on high on something, high on something, maybe high on paracetamol or something. I don't know. All right, so this is good. This is good. I like this so far. This is good. Trust me, this is good. It doesn't look really good, but this is good. Now that we have everything organized like this, I think what is rational we should do is the names, right? Let's bring their names in there. So I'm going to type somewhere here, and then maybe I'm going to reduce the size over here to, let's say, 13. Okay, so let's say let's say 13. All right, okay. And then I'm going to pick this text and paste it in there. Nice. Now also remember, the colors I'm going to use for the text are going to be the exact same colors that are going to over here somewhere there. We don't want it to be too strange, right? So I'm going to click here, and I'm going to set it to 951F3C, and I'll click on OK. Okay, so now you can see the colors over here. It's almost that color over here. That makes it quite nice and quite interesting. Let me zoom in. Okay, so we need to work on the text, the settings over here. We are using Montserrat. The size, of course, is 13. Also, I want to keep here, leave here like that. No, in fact, let's change here. We have to change here because the lady we have to change. Come on. So I'm going to set it to 12. All right, so now you see it over here nicely. I also go to paragraph. Paragraph is this. You could go here to Windows and look for paragraph, right? Click here over here. Make sure it's middle aligned. Come back to character, and then let's set over here to 0. That's the tracking to 0. And then over here, guys, now this is what makes your text interesting. The exact size over here is the exact size over here. Occasionally I use 110, but today I'm going to set it to 100 100. I like to use 100 often. Now this is what is going to separate your work from my work. If you don't do it well, the text is going to look quite weird. Okay, so 100 here, 100 here. I'm just going to make nice. I want to make sure this is also off, right? Now double click it, and then I'll click on the arrow to up, and then I'll select only the top one, only this top one. Okay, the lady there. Over here, I'm going to set it to extra bold. All right, so I'm setting it to extra bold. I'll click on the arrows, make sure it is down here. Select the latter part over here, the Vivian or Cherry, and then over here I'm going to set it to medium. Okay, now this is a principle in graphic designing called contrast. Contrast, it makes it quite nicer. Maybe I'll upload a video on this some other time. Now we have something like this. Let's also click over here, type HOST, host. Drag host somewhere here. All right, and then the host, let's click over here. Let's use, which font are we going to use? Let's use CREEA. All right, creation. The font size, let's use 36. All right, let's click here. Let's set the color black. All right, and then also let's make sure the tracking is 0. Yeah, it's quite bolder, and then you can't see it well, can you? So let's do a little trick. Double click here. Let's go to stroke, and then let's set the size over here to 8. Let's click on it. Wow, that doesn't want to work. All right, set it to 8, and then set here to outside normal 100%. Click over here, set it to color white. All of a sudden it stands out. I want to drag it underneath the Vivian. Nice, and also maybe pushing it somewhere else, somewhere here. Okay, so that's the host. Nicely done. Let's duplicate this one, and then let's drag it somewhere here. Now I want you to click over here, click on paragraph, and then make sure it is left aligned, guys. Left aligned, and then let's drag it somewhere here. Okay, now let's go and let's pick Pastor Eli Jameper. If you don't speak Ewa, you can't pronounce it. Okay, so, all right, so click here. We'll set it to, as usual, and then the pasta. Let's set here to 0. Okay. The pasta we are going to set here to extra bold. Okay, so pasta Ellie Jamape. So the pasta there is quite bold, the lady here is quite bold. You catch the drift, right? So that's what we're going to do with all of them. Okay, so duplicate this one and then move it here. This one we want it to be what? Right align. You guys are good. You can see the pattern. Now let's pick the name. Reverend Alex Bonsu. All right, so let's go here. Let's set it to medium. Double click it. Let's select only the Reverend. Let's set it to extra build. All right, let's duplicate it. Let's send it up here, and then let's bring in Minister Esinu Jijo. Why am I using our names like that? There must be something wrong, right? Maybe okay, let me push it somewhere here. Maybe God is saying I have to marry an Ewa lady. I don't know. The threat minister, of course, you're going to set it to extra bold. Duplicate it and then bring her here, the name here, paragraph. You guys are good. You guys are catching the whole vibe. All right, and then let's go and bring the name Minister Alexandra Cool. I think she's so cool, let's go here, and then everything is fine over here. Let's set it to medium. Double click here, and then go to minister, select minister, and set it to extra bold. Okay, now the ministers over here, you want to drag them up because we have enough space there. You feel me? Okay, and then let's duplicate one of them and then bring them down. Now you also want to go to paragraph again and make sure it is middle aligned. Awesome. And then maybe, just maybe, reduce the size a little bit, okay, and drag it somewhere here. Now let's go and pick Akosia Frafraha. Her name is Akosia Frafraha. Why is her name Akosia Frafraha? I have no idea. Okay, but let's choose medium, and then let's select Akosia, and then let's make it extra bold. Yeah, and make sure it's in the middle of the, or it looks like it's in the middle of the image. Duplicate it, and let's bring this one also to the middle of the image. And then let's use Adra Madina. Okay, Adra Madina. I think it's an interesting name. Adra Madina. Adra Madina. Adra Madina. So I'm going to select medium here. Okay, and then duplicate it again, and then bring it here in the middle of it, and then let's select Boga Ashaiman. Ashaman people. Are there Boggers in Ashaman? Are there Boggers in Ashaman? Maybe I call it Ashaman because of the way the guy looks cool and kind of scary a little bit. Ashaman guys, Charlie, don't play with Ashaman guys. We'll beat you. All right. So if you doubt me, maybe you should ask what's his name? Simplicity Cable. I don't know. I don't think Simplicity is at Ashaman. Okay. So well, for those who don't know Simplicity Cable, Google him up, or maybe type on Google search, or maybe even on YouTube here, because YouTube here, he has a channel over here. That guy is a crazy designer. Man, that guy can design. Simplicity Cable has his own signature as well. You guys will enjoy him. Okay, so guys, check him out. Check him out. So I'm going to put everything in a folder, and I'm going to call it names. Of course, why would I call it a different thing? Because they are names, right? They are names. So I think calling it names is quite good. Now the next thing is I'm going to put some main text over here. I'm going to put some details over here as well. Let's start with the detail. Okay, so I'm going to click over here. Now you can see everything already stands out. Okay, now that's how you do it. Group your work nicely, and it's going to you're not going to regret it, guys. You're not going to regret it. All right, so third over here, paste it over here, and then let's open our character. We are going to use Montserrat still. I want to set the size over here to 47.8, and then over here I'm going to set it to, let's say bold, right? Bold, yeah, bold. And then maybe I'll align it to this middle text, or this middle line over here. That's going to be my main center point. All right, so guess what I'm going to do? I am now thinking right now, should I leave it in color white, color black like this? I am thinking right now, I don't want to do that. I think I need to give it more colors to make it more interesting, right? And so I'm going to give it a color that already exists over here. You catch my drift. A color that already exists over here, and the only color that comes into my mind right now is like this color, 045149. It's color green. Now you don't need to know the color code, okay, but you can come here and pick any of the colors in there for it. Okay, so let's see. It's middle aligned nicely. Okay, so you can see here it's quite middle aligned. Here it's also going to be middle aligned. Exactly. So everything here, it looks like it's in the middle. Everything here looks like it's also quite in the middle as well. Alright, so that's how I want you to do it. And then let's open the character. Let's put in some few settings over there. I'm going to click here, make sure it's quite bolder, and then also make sure the tracking here is 0. And then, like I said, here's 47.8, and then duplicate it, and then bring it. Let's see, duplicate it, and then bring it down a little bit, and then let's pick the month. Double click here, and let's paste it there. And then we have to do some minor adjustments as well. And now over here, we're still going to set it to bold. We are still using Montserrat, right? But here, let's reduce it to 28 to give it that kind of vibe. You understand me? And then let's put it in the middle as well. You're catching it, right? You're catching it. I think you're catching it. Let's bring it down a little bit. And then we are still going to use the same green color. Okay, we're still going to keep here bold like this. We're still going to keep here 0 like that. Basically, that is it. You're going to duplicate it again, and you're going to bring it down. Now over here, we are still going to set it to Montserrat, guys. Remember, we're going to set it to Montserrat, and then let's come here. Let's pick the details. and then let's go there and paste it there. Montserrat, we are still setting it to bold. I feel like I should change it, but maybe I should change each night and then set it to medium. All right, maybe I should do it like that. And then let's set over here to 25. Nice, 25 as well. And then the tracking to 0 over here. Make sure here is quite bold. Let's bring our lines. Let's bring our lines so that we can middle align it. It's already middle aligned. That's interesting. Now let's come here. Let's draw a line like that. Okay, double click it and then let's give it this particular color code 951F3C and then click on OK. Now guess where I picked this colors from? The same thing. All right, so you guys understand how I do my things. Right, now this one I'm going to drag it up and I'm going to push it in the middle of the whole thing. I'm going to keep it color white because the green is not standing out for that particular one. And so maybe that is it. I'm going to put it in a group and I'm going to call it date time, and I'm going to drag it up like that, and then I'm going to type over here. I am going to type Kingdom Auditorium because that's where it is happening right now. It's Montserrat over here, and then we are still going to set it to bold here. We're going to set here to 20, and then we are going to set here to 0. Keep here, like that. And then over here, let's choose 20, 1F, 1F. Okay, now it looks kind of Control T, and then bring it somewhere here, and then so I think you guys are catching it. You see, this makes your design quite interesting, guys. You can push it up a little bit, duplicate it, and then bring it down. Now we are going to choose the what is it called? Let's just see, that is a little bit of the location as well. I'm going to keep it middle aligned still. Okay, but you can see it's not really gelling well. That means we need to do some few editing to it as well, or some few minor twitches over here. We're still using Montserrat. We are still using let's use medium. Let's see. Okay, it's coming off nicely a little bit. And then over here the size, let's choose 16. I think let me paste it there. Okay, I think it's coming off, but you can see the spacing between them is too bad. It's too bad. So let's come here to the leading, and then the leading, let's give it 16 as well. I think this is good so far. Here, keep it bold like that, and then that is it. Let's see. Yeah, I like this already. Pull it closer to it, and then I'll call it venue. Okay, so so far so good. Let's see. Maybe we need to start with our text over here. Now you can see it's not really going on well because this one looks quite tilted over here. So we got to work on it because this looks like it's the middle over here. Let me show you. Okay, so you can see the middle over here. Now if this is the middle over here, passing right in the center, then the text or the background here should also fall in the middle. All right, that is how I want. This is some of the little secrets I wanted to show you. I don't want you to see. There are more secrets coming, guys. I want to show you so you can see. Now it falls like in the middle of the whole thing. This makes it look cool. I don't know about you, but this makes it look cool. All right, so let me click on my brush. Make sure caps lock is off, and then I'll just let me reduce here a little bit. Just as if I am just blending it in there a little bit. Okay, now that's it. All right, let's close it. Let's go back again. We're going to start with the main theme. All right, so let's type it over here, and then let's open our character, and then over here let's choose a font that I have never ever used before, Magiona Display. Okay, we are going to use here is regular here, and then the font size over here 152. Enter. Looks good. Now let's get let me see, let me get rid of this. Let me see. We have no choice than to use it, right? We also want to make sure it falls in the middle of the line. You can see, right? Exactly. And then let's click over here. Let's change the color to 951 F3C. Okay, and then also we need to make sure the tracking is 0 over here. Let's make it quite bold over here. 100 here, 100 here. Remember, that is the rule. And then let's see how it looks like. Okay, I think this is great. Now let's go here. Let's give it a little bit more, uh, you know, layer styles and blending modes. Let's click on bevel and emboss. Now I'm going to show you some few tricks over here. Now bevel and emboss, I want you to click here, choose inner bevel. Sweet. Now come here, choose chisel soft. Nice. Now over here at the depth, I want you to click and choose 625. Very important. And then come here, choose up for it. Come here also, the size over here, I want you to choose 98 for it. And then the soft over here, I want you to choose 9 as well. Maybe you want to look at the corrections over here. I want you to click over here to preview so that whatever you do, you see the correction or you see the live preview over here. Now we are done with this. The shading over here, let's come here, let's choose 90 for the angle, 30 for the altitude, also very important. The gloss over here, maybe yours is like this. I want you to come here and choose this one. It makes a very big difference. The screen, I want you to click over here and choose F66789. all right, I click over here, set here to screen. Now over here I want you to click it as well. I want to choose 37020F. Click on OK, set it to multiply. Make sure the opacity is 50%, the opacity is 50%, and you are done. Click on OK, and you're going to look something like this. Okay, it's going to look something like this. Now let's type somewhere here as well, and then let's pick of his presence and then paste it there. All right, now of his presence, we got to set it to still Magdiona display over here, but then the size is too big. Let's set it to 35. Let's see. Sweet, bring it quite closer to it. See? Okay, come here, come here. Okay, all right, so that is it for you. Let's see what are some of the things we gotta do to it. I don't know, let me take this one off. Let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna take this one off, and then the tracking to 0 over here, maintain the same color, doesn't really make anything. And then I think that is it. Okay, that is it. Now I'll give it a layer, new layer. Click on my brush, choose color white, and then click here. Sweet. Now let's do it like that, and then drag it somewhere here. I didn't like it. Don't delete it. Create a new layer again. Click on your brush. Over here 65. I want it to be 100. Okay, click over here. Now drag it over here, and then use the size. Okay, go shift and reduce the size, and then drag it over here. That is all. Don't need to change anything. That is all. Okay, now let's put it in a group, and then let's call it let's call it theme. All right, so now you can see everything over here looks quite beautiful. Okay, now like I said, it's because of the arrangement and then the color combination. Now once we are done with this, the next thing that comes into my mind is the logo. The logo is the other thing that comes into my mind, so I'm going to start working on the logo. I'm going to click over here, kingdom, and let me pick everything, okay, and then let me type over here and paste it over there like that. Okay, now I'm going to click here. I'm going to set it to color black. Let me see. Click here, set it to Montserrat for now. Okay, and then click on my move to the movie somewhere here. All right, I like it so far. Let's reduce it to 13 over here, and then the tracking over here as well, let's reduce it to 12.7. let's see. Nice. And then let's also make sure the tracking here is 0. Let's make sure it's also here. Let's see. No, let's make it here. Nice. Make sure everything is quite caps, and then let's come over here. Let's set it to medium. Let's see. Okay, and then also let's come to paragraph. Let's set it to this. Nice. And then let's go and pick the logo icon and then drag it in there as well. and then let's just resize it. Click on your move to move it somewhere here. If you can't see it, double click here and then go to color overlay. Set it to color black over here. Click on OK. Let's zoom in and then let's fix it there, guys. Let's just fix it there. Put it in a group and then let's call it logo. Guess what I'm going to do with the logo? Middle aligned, right? Everything is middle aligned. Let's zoom out. Let's see how it looks like. Okay. Yeah. I think I like this. I think this one looks too big. Looks too big. Bring it quite closer. Okay. Let's see whether it's aligned. Let's bring it here. And then let's type present. Okay. Present. Let's go here. Make sure this one is off. Okay. Drag it somewhere here. Now let's change the size. It's very important. The size. Let's click here. Let's set it to 7. It looks quite smaller. Over here, let's set it to 1000. Nice. Now we can put it in the middle as well. Okay, let's see. All right. Maybe let me set it to semi bold for the present. And I think we are almost done with everything. Okay, so let's bring in some sponsors over here. I'll click here and then maybe drag it like that. Double click it and come and pick this color over here. Okay. Drag it up. Okay. And then I'll type sponsor over there and then drag it here. Now open the character. We are using Montserrat for it, and then we are still going to set here to somewhere bolder, so let's choose bold, and then over here let's set it to 19.7, bigger like that, and then over here let's set it to 0, and then let's make it all caps, bold here and then all caps as well, and then let's set it to color white so that it stands out more. Okay, now one more thing, guys, pay attention to this. One more thing, you want it to be in the middle of the whole rectangle, the object here, so exact spacing here should be the exact spacing here. All right, it's very important, guys, very important. And now that we have it like this, let's go and bring in our sponsors. And so I am going to drag this one in there. Okay. All right. So as you can see, I keep dragging all of them one by one, and I'll keep resizing them. So I'm going to speed this one up, guys. Okay, so I'm going to select from here all the way to sponsor. Control T. The reason is to make sure it is in the middle of everything as well. Okay, so I like it this way, and I think that's the sponsors for now. I'm going to put everything in a group. Okay, and I'm going to call it sponsor. Nice. And then let's give it a little color scheme so that the color is going to spill on everything. I'm going to choose color lookup, and I'm going to click on 3D loot file, and I'm going to click here as well. And then which one should I choose? Futuristic bleak over here. Okay, now I'm going to leave it like this, but over here I'm going to set it to soft light. All right, and that is the magic it adds to the whole thing, right? Okay, so guys, now remember, if you love this video, please hit the bell icon and subscribe to this channel. There are more videos like this that will be coming up from time to time. I do not want you to miss it. Okay, I love you all. Peace.